With the Sun 33 is a flat earther who once tried to show us how to build a sundial.
So this stone is my center point, and it marks 20 inches in between 6 and 12, and in between 9 and 3. It's really, really simple. So you can do this with chalk. Please go outside and do it. But check this out. You got 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, here's your clock, 9 o'clock.
Now he obviously fluffed it up, but it did not deter him. And he is back. And this time, he's claiming that flat Earth is always under attack. What is he talking about? Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin with today's video, a massive thank you to the sponsors, Heroes of History. Heroes of History is a free-to-play mobile game available on all devices. There is a huge mix of legendary, historic and mythical heroes to explore. Everyone can discover their favourite nostalgic hero. Obviously, I cannot wait to unlock Pythagoras and Leonardo da Vinci. The game is about strategic optimization. Success in battle depends on using the right heroes at the right time. Heroes have different classes, colours, abilities and roles in battle. I quickly found that out when I went into battle with under-upgraded heroes. My Leonardus got smashed to bits. I've only been playing for a short while. I'm already halfway to Bronze Age. I just need that sweet Leonardo da Vinci to get me there. The game provides deep content that will keep you excited for years to come, with constant updates and multiplayer action, with new heroes, events, mini-games and features every month. There's always something exciting happening. And you can join forces with friends in alliances, or compete against other players in multiplayer battles. And the cherry on the cake, for me anyway, is that the game narrator is the one and only Albert Einstein. Download Heroes of History for free by clicking the link in the description or scan the QR code here. Right, on with today's video and with the Sun 33. He is not happy that flat Earth is always under attack. Well, I'm not happy with you trying to push misinformation to the general public, but there we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Every time you post something about the flat Earth, you're going to get tons of people coming out saying the most ridiculous things. You're going to get the most programmed comments that you've ever heard. And I know this because we're all programmed to make these comments. Okay, I used to feel the same way about flat Earth. I thought people were absolutely morons if they believed in the flat Earth. How can you believe in a flat Earth? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But let me guess, when you looked into it, you couldn't debunk it. And it made sense. It totally made sense to you.
We have footage of the Earth from space. End of argument.
And honestly, should be enough really, shouldn't it?
Okay, cool. That's a good argument. But here's my counter. What space footage are you referring to? Are you referring to NASA's space footage? The same NASA that faked a moon landing?
Well, why wouldn't you think that if you were a flat earther? Most flat earthers do.
Yeah, well, that obviously is no good then. You can't use that as an example because they're not a reliable source because they're liars. So let's remove that from the table.
Okay, fine. How about this image from Roscosmos, the Russian space agency? Or how about this one from the Himawari, the Japanese space agency? Or there's this one from the European Space Agency. None of those good enough for you? What about this one from the Indian Space Agency? I'm sure you get my point.
How about Elon? Is he trustworthy? Well, I mean, when we watch his rockets go up, they blow up. They hit something and they blow up. So he's definitely not going anywhere. He just set a record for sending a rocket the furthest ever, and it was not even far at all. It wasn't even close to as far as the moon. So how are you setting records when we already went to it doesn't even make, it's so ridiculously silly. It makes no sense.
Well, it would have been a record for SpaceX, wouldn't it? And quite possibly private space industries in general. But there's no need to use SpaceX footage. I've given you 4 great options just a minute ago.
Okay, am I going to trust a Chinese space agency? Why would I? I have been programmed as a child to not trust China, to not trust Russia. All of us have. So why would any of us then trust their space program?
Oh, let's scrub Russia's then. That leaves Japan's, Europe's and India's to choose from.
We have been taught that everything that comes out of countries like that is propaganda. That's what we were taught as kids. Not to trust Russia, not to trust China. Why would I trust them then? You've told me my whole life not to. So I can't trust NASA. I can't trust Elon. I can't trust any of the other space agencies. It looks like what I'm going to have to do is figure it out some other way, because it seems like I can't trust video.
Hang on, how did China and Russia become all other space agencies? This is hypocrisy personified. You say that we come at you with nothing but program responses, yet you won't trust other countries' footage because you're programmed not to. You expect us to break our programming, but you won't do the same? Seems a bit odd to me.
If you can't trust video, then what can you possibly do? Well, there are a couple things you could do. You could buy a camera and you could take a photo of a beach at the beach of a boat going over the ball. You can take a picture of that going over the curb, and then you can zoom in and watch it come right back.
Okay, but what about this photo? Can you zoom in on the boat on the right anymore and watch it come back? I don't think you can you?
Because there's something called a horizon, and ocean water, all water, is flat because it always finds its level. If you pour water out of a bottle, what's it going to do? It's going to pour down onto the floor and find its level. It's not going to float. It's not going to become a ball. It will never do that, because that's not what water does.
Yes, because the Earth has a gravitational effect on all objects, including water.
I don't get how people don't understand this. Water is not a ball. You can't get water to stick on a ball.
They can on the ISS in freefall. So, yeah.
And then spin the ball. That's not possible. That's impossible. Not to mention what science tells us, if we have this spinning ball flying through Earth, flying through the universe, millions of miles a year, billions of miles, never to return to the same spot, but we're looking at the same stars. The North Star never moves.
The thing is, everything in our galaxy is orbiting the galactic center. So all the stars in our vicinity are moving with us. Yes, they move at slightly different speeds, but that's why we've got proper motion. For example, Barnard's star, which is around 6 light years away, has the largest known proper motion of any star actually, and it moves across the sky at a speed of around 10 arc seconds per year. Fast enough that its positional change is detectable over a human lifetime.
Somehow we're in a vacuum, but we're also in an enclosed system at the same time, because it's pressurized, which means it needs to be enclosed. You can't pressurize something if it's not closed.
You can when gravity is involved. The atmosphere is also under the influence of gravity. The more atmosphere above you, the greater the pressure below. It's not hard to understand that.
Has to be closed to build pressure. Do you understand what that means?
You clearly don't, my friend.
If you cup your hand and you blow into it, if you keep a tight seal, you're going to hear that noise, because it's the air trying to leave the pressurized system, trying to escape.
Oh my word, did he just do that? Can you imagine it? We are looking for a physical demonstration that closely matches the Earth's atmosphere. Amazing.
This is not pressurized because the air's getting out.
Oh my days, he's still doing it.
Okay? How on earth do we have a pressurized system in a vacuum of space? Hello? Can we start using common sense? So when people start to say to me, like, you're an idiot. No, yeah, you don't know anything.
You do this? Yeah, I'm milking this one.
Dude, I relearned all of your precious science. I relearned all of it.
No, you didn't.
It's all ridiculous, kind of crazy. Then I relearned the other side of the story, because we all know there are two sides of the story. And if you're not gonna be able to sit through this other side of the story, you shouldn't even listen to the first side. Don't listen to anything. Just, you're better off blocking your ears and leaving if you're not willing to hear both sides of the story. And you know why I can confidently say that is because if you're not willing to listen to both sides of the story in any court, the judge will kick you out as a juror. because you're supposed to be able to listen to both sides.
Yeah, I've listened to both sides for 7 years. Your side is nonsensical. That's what I've learned.
If you're only going to listen to one side of the story, you're never going to be on a jury. If you never listen to both sides of the story, you're not getting the whole story. So why are you listening at all? Just walk away. Don't listen to anything. Just be your own person. You know, make up whatever you want, because you don't know anything. It's that simple. You know half the story and your half is fake. So yay for you.
I have to admit, I sort of like this guy's enthusiasm.
It's really sad, man. And to anyone out there that really, oh, yeah, we all live in a good flat earth, this is dumb. You can please reach out to me. I would love to go live with you. We can have a conversation and we can see who knows more. I guarantee you it's not going to be you.
Only if you do this though. But seriously, I'd love to have you on the channel. Email me, simondan@gmail.com.
All right. And I'm not claiming to know everything, not even close. I'm only a few years heavily into this. All right, but I've been listening to shows like Pro 777 Radio. I've listened to thousands of hours of Jordan Maxwell. I've listened to a lot of people that know what they're talking about for years. Years. I've been doing this research for years. So when people, oh, you know anything, you have no clue what you're talking about or who you're talking to. All right. I wish I could give you some of the numbers to some of the people that I work with, because they would tell you, like, dude, all the kid does is read. That's all he does, is read. I read and I talk to people from different cultures, different backgrounds, from different places, and I figure out what they grew up with and what they learned and what they understand and what they believe, because you can learn a lot from other people, but the problem is, if you're not open-minded, you're not going to learn.
Totally agree, but there's a difference between learning cultural values and stories and trying to go against established fact. Earth being a spherical planet is an established fact.
So keeping an open mind, you know, on things really will change your life, change your perspective, change your whole life. It'll get you out of a low vibration. I used to be a depressed, low vibration human, and now I'm just not. Now I'm on top, man. I feel amazing.
Good for you. And I mean that. You're still wrong though. Well, there we go. A fascinating insight into With the Sun 33 there. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. As I say, we're all done and dusted for another one. Thanks so much for watching today. It is truly appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Hitting the thumbs up button too would be very much appreciated. And if the feeling takes you, share the video as well. Just enough time to once again thank Heroes of History for sponsoring today's video. Download Heroes of History free by clicking the link in the description or scan my QR code here. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day and I'll see you tomorrow for another Saturday session. See you then.